Hello and welcome to everyone who's joining us on AusCycling's YouTube channel for our coverage of the AusCycling National Track Championships here at Meares Velodrome. We've got a very busy schedule now. We've got 5 more days to go with our national championships, but today we welcome our under 15 and our under 17 riders joining the program with their scratch races and time trials today. It's going to be a very, very busy day of competition. Keirin's, scratch races, time trials, team sprints. We've got our elites, our under 19s, our para riders, and our 17s and 15s. You'll be able to see out on track. Our first race is getting themselves organised to come around to the home straight, and this is going to be race number 1 of the program. This is the first of our qualifying scratch races for our under 17 men. 8 riders miss out. There's 20 riders in the race. You know what it's like with junior racing. It is going to be very fast and very exciting. So stick with us. We're going to have some great racing this afternoon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we now welcome our first race up on to the Velodrome. This is event 114 in our program, our men's under 17 scratch race, qualifying heat number 1, 16 laps, 4 kilometres, 8 riders will get eliminated from this race. The rest will go into the final to be held later today and evening. We've got 39 entries in all for our scratch race contest here today, so we've got 2 heats of our under 17s. So if you're in the grandstand, settle in, make sure you've got a coffee or a drink. We've got some great racing today. Keirin heats, time trials, also the team sprint in our para divisions. Really looking forward to a fantastic afternoon and evening of racing. The riders roll away now. It's a big bunch, isn't it? 20 riders on the track. Our states are represented as they head down the back straight this first time. They'll come through into the home straight once our official starter is happy they're all together. The whistle sounds now, so 16 laps to go. There'll be some nervous, itchy feet in this bike race. First race of the championship. And it's a scratch race for our junior 17s. Just want to make sure towards the end of the race, don't need to worry about it too much at the start, but you must be attentive, you must give yourself a little bit of room. Towards the end of the race, you need to try and keep yourself up in that first 5 or 6 riders. That way you're comfortable to be able to get through to the final. I think it's the last 8 riders. The big difference with these qualifying races is it's almost like watching an elimination, the way the bunches sprint all the way from the back of the bunch all the way to the line, which can create havoc sometimes. Normally in a scratch race, the first half a dozen, maybe 10 riders go through, still sprinting flat out. The rest of the bunch will sit up, think better of it. They know they're out of it. This race is a little bit different. Everyone will keep sprinting from 20th wheel back all the way through to the front. They want to make sure they're not one of the last 8 riders across the line. Good tempo being set here as they travel round. Riders from ACT, Queensland and New Caledonia coming through to the front as they head down the back straight. Not a lot of pace on, a lot of tactics, a lot of thinking about what's going on in this one. Beautiful thing about our junior competition these days is we do have a National Junior Track Series, and a lot of these riders get to race against each other quite consistently throughout the year. Because once upon a time they literally only see themselves at Nationals. Harry Morrison is the rider from Western Australia who's got himself out in front of everyone. It's an opportunist ride here, and it's moving quite nice at the moment. And the big train of riders comes around the outside. The ACT riders quite happy to start chasing. Astridge and Olsen and the two West Australians left in the bunch. They move themselves up to the front. Tasmania looking just to drop back in on the wheel. Morrison goes through. 9 laps to go. He's got to be committed now as he heads down the back straight and have a look over the shoulder. Try and set a good tempo. He'll be happy with the fact that he still sees a little bit of bunching up of this field. It means they're not chasing. If they're not chasing, you can judge your effort that little bit more. He's out of the saddle, just trying to keep on top of the gear ratio here. Nothing too much to panic about from the main field. They can afford to let one go. They can afford to let 1 or 2 go. After that, you get the feeling the chasing will happen. Morrison comes through with 7 laps to go this time. It's quite quick in the main field though as they come into the home straight. Tasmania coming to the front. Also Western Australia, Boudier from Western Australia up onto the wheel as they head down the back straight. The New Caledonia riders doing very nicely, keeping good position. 6 to go now for Morrison. A little bit heavy out there as they come into the home straight. He's starting to become within target range for these guys, but he's looks comfortable when he's down the back straight, having a good look across the top of the track, just seeing where they all are. 5 to go. Morrison, I think he's doing the right thing. He's just looking after his legs here. As they step up and start to come to him, he's going to have to make a second effort here. And they will start speeding up. They will start just trying to get themselves to the front of the bunch, which is just going to create the momentum to move very quickly as one. Bunching up, not a lot of room down the back of the bunch as they come to the home straight this time. Nobody panicking just yet as they move through now. They're going to come through this time with 2 laps to go. Morrison goes through, looking the goods at the moment. They're all fanned out. Everyone's starting to move forward, wanting to get into that top part of the echelon. 8 riders will miss out. It's the back end of the bunch. It's almost like watching a big elimination here. Morrison comes into the home straight. He's going to have to find a second effort here and not get caught up in the mix as they flash around the outside of him. Morrison's pace, it's going to take him straight out the back door. Unfortunately, Victoria leading through New South Wales there as well. They're coming to the home straight. We'll start counting from the back. I think the last rider across, possibly number 75, Elliot Barrett, might be the first of the 8 at the back, but we'll have to wait for the official results. 8 riders miss out that time. So everyone in that first 10, they're going to be quite happy. They'll know that they're through. They've done the quick head count as they go across the line in our first of our junior races. Got quick towards the end there. Harry Morrison tried something, it didn't quite work for him, but it was a tough ride. Race number 1 is down. So, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to heat number 2 of our qualifying rides for our under 17 scratch race. Don't forget, for the results, you can go on to results.AusCycling. Go online, results.AusCycling, or AusCycling.results. Google it. You'll be able to see all of the live updated results throughout the program. So you'll be able to see who has qualified and who has missed out for this first race. Whistle sounds again and we're away in heat number 2. First heat was fantastic. One less rider in this division, but still 8 will miss out to keep it nice and equal for both bunches as they'll come into the home straight this time. First of our attacks as we go through here from South Australia, Thomas Brinkley getting underway. If you're looking for something to eat, we've got gluten-free donuts on sale outside, just near the back straight. If you had to come and get something a little bit different to eat this week, kiosk is open, plenty of merchandise on sale in the home straight. Nice little ride here from Brinkley as he heads down the back straight. Pace certainly not gentle, but everyone's handling it. The way they're bunching up at the back of the race. Brinkley really moving smoothly here as he goes through with 12 laps to go. We'll see how interested the bunch is though for him, because they don't necessarily need to chase him. As Lockie Morgan from WA swings up a little bit there. Brinkley comes through the home straight, moving nicely. No pace on down the back straight this time. That's what you want to see if you're in a breakaway off the front of the bike race. Just have to concentrate on your own riders. They'll come to the home straight this time. South Australia on the front. Lucas Schmidtke is keeping an eye on the rest of the bunch as they head down the back straight. Brinkley sat up a little bit, feeling very confident he was going to get there. Now he's just going to ride up onto the back, and Brinkley, the South Australian, goes across, takes a lap in the qualifying ride, number 76, and as soon as he gets on, the pace goes up. Clever piece of bike riding. Took the opportunity and then took the other opportunity. In the main field, wasn't too interested. They'll come to the home straight this time. Queensland leading through. Harrison Dowling has a look over the shoulder, swings up, starts to drop back through the field. Brinkley comes straight to the front of the bunch, just has a look over the shoulder. He's confident. 7 laps to go. New Caledonia coming through the front. Western Australia, Tasmania, ACT up really outside. Jackson McDonald trying to make some position here. A little bit more bunched up this race compared to the first one. Not quite as much pace. So a big breakaway from the West Australian in race number 1. Didn't pay dividends for him, unfortunately. We'll go through. Nerves of steel, these riders. 8 riders will miss out. Seems like a big bunch of riders to miss out in a scratch race, but that's how it's going to be. We're getting ready to come into the home straight this time with 5 laps to go. Western Australia, Tasmania, Victoria across the front of the group. Lachlan Ermit, Victorian rider, just on the outside as they move down the back straight. Queensland looking to make up some position. 1,000 metres left to run as they come into the home straight this time. Be careful in these races not to get caught down underneath. Nowhere to run. Bunch speeds up around the outside. You can't make the decision to back out and then try and come round. It's very hard to do on the restricted gears that our juniors use. On the front now, Tasmania setting the tempo nicely here. Sid Matera keeping them all on the hip as they go down the back straight. One or two riders just a little bit out of position and caught down at the bottom of the track. It's a little bit like an elimination now. Riders are going to have to start pushing their way through. Queensland up the outside. Matera doing a great job as they go round. Victoria moving forward now as they're going to have a lap and a half to go as they head down the back straight this time. Everyone looking for a way round into the home straight. Victoria, Tasmania at 1 lap to go as we have a look towards the back of the field and see who's going to get themselves into a little bit of trouble here. Last 8 riders are going to miss out on an opportunity to ride the final here. Brinkley, the South Australian, he's safe as houses. He's a lap up. Okay, go across the line in a blanket finish. We will wait for the official result. Riders backpedaling all over the place is what we talked about at the start. They tend to race all the way to the line. Very unfortunate riders were backpedaling all over the place to give themselves room because the front end of the bunch, they sit up at the sprint. You've still got the tail end of the race trying to sprint forward. So a few of our riders unfortunately have come together and touched wheels just in the warm down lap. So ladies and gentlemen, joining us on the AusCycling YouTube channel, joining us in the grandstand, results.auscycling.org.au is the website you want to go to be able to find all of the results of our racing, live results as it goes through. So you'll be able to see who's qualified for the final of the scratch race and who's missed out. Well, Thomas Brinkley from South Australia, well, he was the clear qualifier in that first one, taking a lap. And our man is on his feet, which is nice to see. So, young Queensland rider's got himself up. That was the first thing we wanted to see. So he's going to walk off the track, and hopefully we'll see him again this week. Hopefully he's okay to race. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to event 115. This is the first of our keirin races here today, our junior men 19 keirins. 6 laps of the track. The top first two across the line will go through to round number 2. Everyone else will go through to the repechage. The riders that come out onto the track, we welcome Angus Withington, who has taken out Angus Withington from the ACT, who's won the Australian Sprint Championship this week. From Queensland, we have Will Emlis. From South Australia, we have Ewan Grierson. From Victoria, 115 is Sam Hudson. From Victoria, 119 is Lockie Trenton. And from WA, we have Patrick Shupkowski. Motorbike's on its way. So Pat Shupkowski from Western Australia has drawn the number 1 spot. He'll go up behind the motorbike. Can't improve or change your position in the first lap of the keirin. After that you can improve your position if you choose to. But there must be a full bike length gap between the back wheel and the front wheel of the gap that you drive into. So once upon a time in keirin racing, it was once upon a time, a long time ago now though, you could, what we call, improve your position. That's what made keirin racing so exciting, a real rough and tumble affair back in the day. Definitely one of those races that did go a little bit sterile for a number of years, but it certainly has changed now when the motorbike comes out with 3 laps to go, and the speed that everyone rides in these races now. Junior racing gears have gone up as well, so the sprints are a lot longer and a lot tighter in the build up to them as well. We'll come through this time, the motorbike will get out of the way. Patrick Shupkowski is underway. He's been riding on the PSL League as part of the Falcons racing team out of Western Australia, so a good all-rounder. Just keeps the pace high. A number of sprinters in there. And although I announced him on the start line, he's not there. Angus Withington is on my list, but he's not in the 5. So the Australian Sprint Champion not with us for heat number 1 as they'll come into the home straight with 1 lap to go. Shupkowski, Emlis up round his outside. Lockie Trenton trying to go with him. Shupkowski fighting everyone off at the moment. Grierson trying to get up onto his hip. Good ride by Will Emlis. He's up around the outside and gone. Emlis is going to go through the next round. Grierson will just get over the top of Shupkowski after that. It was a good ride. Shupkowski tried to hang on, but Queensland and South Australia through for the next round. Everyone else will join us in the repechage. Heat number 2 coming out onto the track now. 6 riders in all. We welcome Chris Mullins from Queensland, number 96. Number 100, also from Queensland, is George Tucker. Number 108 is Luca Pyatt from South Australia. 113 is Riley Boyd from Victoria. Cooper Dunlop from Western Australia and Enzo Mataredo from New Caledonia. First 2 go into the next round. Everyone else will join us in the repechage. We've got Phil Jones riding the moto today. Big thank you to Phil and all of our volunteers around the track who are making this championship work. Moto's on its way. Go through with 5 laps to go. Put my glasses on now. It's actually Paul Jackson on the motorbike. I've only known Paul Jackson 35 years. I should be able to recognise him. He's our moto rider as he comes into the home straight with 3 laps to go. Gets out the way this time. New Caledonia rider leads from the front, Mataredo. Cooper Dunlop from WA, under 17 sprint champion last year, now up into the under 19 ranks. And coming to the home straight this time. It's Tucker from Queensland making good position here, and Dunlop going with him, trying to get up around the outside of the New Caledonian. Luca Pyatt laying off. He's got Trenton up on his wheel, is it? Riley Boyd is on the wheel of Pyatt as they head down the back straight. Dunlop up around the outside of Tucker. Tucker hanging on, trying to get himself up into second place. I think he'll just get there. Riley Boyd raced home very quickly, but Cooper Dunlop definitely first across the line of that group. That's heat number 2 taken care of. Indeed it was Riley Boyd who got himself up into second place there. So Cooper Dunlop and Riley Boyd from Victoria are the ones who get themselves through to round number 2. Everyone else will join us in the repechages. Five riders back up onto the track this time. From New South Wales we have Gabrielle Jacobson. From Queensland we have Keita Smiley. Mitchell Stevens from South Australia, Ben Woods from Victoria, and Trent Rensburg from WA. Paul Jackson is on his way on the motorbike. Mitchell Stevens, the South Australian, silver medal last night in the junior men's sprint, had a good competition, qualified second, ended up second outright behind Angus Withington. We don't have Angus on the start line here today, which is unfortunate. Stevens leads through. Following him is Ben Woods. We've got Jacobson from New South Wales, Rensburg from Western Australia, and then Keita Smalley from Queensland. Come round next time with 3 to go. Riders racing forward, not giving themselves too much room. Starting to just get a little bit congested coming up to 3 laps to go. Now the motorbike will get out the way. Now there's a little bit more room to move for everybody. Trent Rensburg just on the outside of Stevens, not giving too much room to the Victorian underneath. New South Wales up round the outside. Jacobson leads down the back straight. Stevens now moves up into second. Then we have Rensburg back in third. They'll come into the home straight this time. Jacobson, Stevens, and then the Victorian trying to get up round the outside, coming together between the West Australian and the Victorian there. There's been that happened a couple of times. Smalley looking for a gap to try and go through. It's gotten shut down. A lot of push and shove in that one for the commissaires to have a look at. But no problem whatsoever for Mitchell Stevens as he goes across. He's going to qualify comfortably. And the commissaires, well, they'll write a book with everything else that went on in the last lap. We move on now to heat number 4. We've got junior men 19, Keirin. We've got Sebastian Topping from Queensland, Rory Fisk from Queensland, rider 102, Max Woodruff from Tasmania, and Lincoln Andrews from Western Australia. Just the 4 in this one. 2 go through, 2 go the repechage, motorbike on its way. Head down the back straight. Seb Topping is the rider who goes up behind the moto to start with. Had a good day in the sprint competition yesterday. Max Woodruff, Tasmanian, been amongst the action all week. Rory Fisk and then Lincoln Andrews. Paul Jackson, the man on the motorbike, great volunteer and supporter of bike racing in Queensland for many decades now, part of the University of Queensland Cycling Club. Many decades, Masters World Champion on the track. Former member of the Queensland swimming team back in his younger days as well. Rory Fisk thinking about going through the door that's going to shut. Just starting to poke his handlebars up underneath the hip of Max Woodruff. He's a big lad, Max. I wouldn't be out of his line.
the heat before. Is it about getting back to maybe? I didn't hear it while swimming. No, they noted something. So. Also, it's before that too. It's pushing up.
Away for our first qualifying ride and our para teams. Normal in the rainbow bands down the back straight. Gordon Allen on her wheel and Corey Boddington, the Queenslander, is the first of our team to ride for the time. Trying to ride themselves into the gold medal rider. Moving nicely, Corey Boddington, fast man on the wheel. They head down the back straight. Corey Boddington trying a different tactic, and it's worked. It's worked beautifully. Got himself well and truly up onto speed. Goes across the line. They will stop the clock. 51.030. Thinking outside the box, Corey Boddington. I like it. Great to see. Results.AusCycling.org.au for all of the updated race results throughout the championships. As we move on now to our second heat of our para C1 to C5 team sprint qualification. We'll welcome Tara Nayland from Victoria, Matthew Gray from Western Australia and Kyle Willis from Queensland onto the track. Away in this one, Victoria, WA and Queensland coming together. We're just going to go back to first round of our keirins. Heat number 4, we have a warning of A10 for Sorry, heat number 3, my apologies, as our riders go through. Matt Gray. I'll announce again, ladies and gentlemen. Warning for announcement. Rider 123 in heat number 3. The infringement is A10. It is a warning to Trent Rensburg of Western Australia for making contact with another rider. So it's a warning for Trent Rensburg. So he'll have a W next to his name for the rest of the competition. As Kyle Willis comes into the home straight this time to finish off his ride. They go across the line, 53.455. Nice ride here for the Australia Gold team, and they'll find themselves in the gold medal ride-off later this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, we move on to our next para team sprint qualifying. Jess Gallagher and her pilot, Jackie Mengler-Moore, with Kane Paris and his pilot, Luke Zachariah, the champions of the world. As you can see, this pairing going out to do a qualifying ride here as part of the national championships. Moving nicely as they come into the home straight this time. They won this world championship just towards the end of last year. A superb effort for a lot of hard work being done over the years by these two pairings. We'll swing up with 1 lap to go, and Zachariah and Paris will get underway down the back straight. Silver medalists in the sprint competition a couple of nights ago, really moving nicely as they finish this off. Resplendent in the rainbow bands, 49.408 for our tandem times, very quick indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have the first of our repechages in our men's under 19. Keirin's coming back out onto the track. Welcome our riders up onto the track. From New South Wales, we have Gabriel Jacobson. From Queensland, we have Keita Smalley. From Queensland, we also have George Tucker, who's rider number 100. From South Australia, we have Luca Pyatt. From Western Australia, we have Lincoln Andrews, rider 124. And the other West Australian rider 125, is Patrick Shupkowski. Just the winner. Just the winner will go. Correction, first two will go through to round number 2. Pat Shupkowski has drawn number 1 spot. He'll go up behind the motorbike. First two will go through to the next round. Confirmed. Keita Smalley up on his wheel. Then we've got George Tucker. Then our New South Wales rider is Gabriel Jacobson. Then we've got Luca Pyatt. And on the back of the group, Lincoln Andrews. Pyatt leaves the gap. Andrews says, I'll move forward. They head down the back straight this time. Smalley just laying off a little bit, making sure he's got a bit of room to move. The motorbike will come out the way this time. Shupkowski swings up high, looking for a better position, trying to get on top of the gear. All he's managed to do is get himself to dead last in the ride. What can he do from here? They'll come into the home straight, and a lot of pace on at the front of the group just now. Shupkowski coming together as they go around. Shupkowski, Jacobson, Pyatt, the one who misses out in that interaction as they go down the home straight. Got bounced out of it. Tucker now comes onto the front of the bunch as they come to the home straight. Tucker leads the way. Shupkowski trying to go with him up round the outside. Jacobson, Smalley down the back straight. You've also got Lincoln Andrews trying to get his way through as well. Tucker from the front. Shupkowski trying to get up round the outside, has a look over the shoulder. Tucker goes across in first. Shupkowski crosses in second. Another thing for the commissaires to have a look at as they all came together with 2 to go. The South Australian definitely got unfortunately dealt with. So we welcome heat number 2 up onto the track now. Tasmania. From Victoria, 115 is Sam Haas, 190 is Lockie Trenton. From New Caledonia, we have Enzo Mataredo, and from WA, rider 123, we have Trent Rensburg, who carries a warning into this round of the keirins. To move forward. Lockie Trenton up onto his wheel. They head down the back straight. Mataredo, the New Caledonian rider, he's trying to find his way through as they move nicely. Rensburg still keeps them up on the hip, keeping control as they head down the back straight. Trenton there as well. They'll come into the home straight this time. Straight up round the outside, the Victorian Chris Mullins with him very quickly indeed. Rensburg's been washed away, as have all four of them, because two riders have gone clear and gone through clear very nicely indeed. They'll come across the line here, the Victorian Lockie Trenton and the Queenslander Chris Mullins. No trouble for those two riders. They'll go through to the next round.
Short break. These are only 500 cents.
Ladies and gentlemen, we move on now to our next event, which is our women's under 15 time trial final. Please welcome our first two riders up onto the track from Western Australia. We welcome Caitlin Death, and in the home straight from New Caledonia, we welcome Anouk Herzl. Both riders away nicely. Caitlin Death goes out of the home straight, now sits down. The rider from New Caledonia moving very quickly over that first lap. 22.495. Nothing between them now. The New Caledonian rider still slightly ahead as they go through. Caitlin Death trying to come back to it, still trying to get on top of the gear. They'll go to the line. Nothing between them. Anouk Herzl goes through 40.542. Caitlin Death 40.760. Move on to our next heat now. In the back straight from Tasmania, we welcome Rory Stretton. In the home straight from New South Wales, we welcome Freya Ingelsson. Away now, heat number 2 of our Junior Women 15 time trial final. Quickest time so far, Anouk Herzl 40.542 is the time that everyone is going to be chasing for now. Freya Ingelsson, New South Wales, has shot out of the start line here, comes through with 1 lap to go in this heat. Heading Rory Stretton for now as they head down the back straight. Back straight for the New South Wales rider. Tasmanian comes through with half a lap to go. What can Freya do here as she comes into the home straight and gets ready to stop the clock? Where's her time going to be? 41.658 for Freya. 44.649 for Rory. Move on to heat number 3 now. You're welcome in the back straight. Representing Queensland, this is Hannah Di Giorgio. In the home straight from South Australia, we welcome Lucy Harrison. The next 2 riders away now. The South Australian in the home straight. Lucy getting a bike up to speed. Di Giorgio out of the saddle, moving very nicely into the home straight now. The Queenslander. The rider staying out of the bank, staying out of the saddle, well into the banking. Di Giorgio goes through, quickest time so far of everyone we've seen. The Queenslander into the home straight. Can she hang on to it through this last half lap? Moving nicely here. The South Australian Harrison right up on top of her speed now as she comes into the home straight. Di Giorgio will cross in fastest time so far. 40.422 for Hannah. Lucy Harrison 41.593. So Hannah Di Giorgio, she goes number 1 for now. Move on to our next heat, and we welcome in the back straight, representing Victoria, this is Natalie Dixon. In the home straight, representing South Australia, this is O'Hara Rattigan. Nicely out of the start gate in the home straight here for O'Hara, moving nicely. South Australian just moving that little bit quicker than Natalie Dixon from Victoria at the moment. Rattigan comes into the home straight, really nicely moving here, fastest time so far. Dixon comes through, half a lap to go. Rattigan, the South Australian, into the home straight. Where is she going to stop the clock? First one under 40, 39.515. A reminder to all riders, do not ride on the concourse. You will be fined and you will be ejected. Do not ride your bikes on the concourse, please. Natalie Dixon goes across 41.937. Just a reminder to all riders, do not ride your bikes on the concourse. If you are caught, you will be fined and you will be ejected from the venue. Thank you. We get set for our next heat. The next heat on the line, we welcome in the back straight from Queensland, this is Winter Bradshaw. And in the home straight from New South Wales, we welcome Zola Peterson.
He's already had one roller session. This is the second roller session. But in the man, then he'll go on the so this sort of oh, is it? No, I can't come on, so this is rolling.
Away now in our next heat, New South Wales in the home straight, Queensland in the back straight. Quickest time 39.515. O'Hara Radigan, South Australia, sits atop the leaderboard for now. 3 and 5 after the first half lap, and they go back to get 1 lap to go now. New South Wales, Pedersen goes up into second, moving nicely. The New South Wales rider heading down the back straight, pedalling beautifully. The Queenslander comes through, half a lap to go. She's moving herself up the rankings. New South Wales comes into the home straight this time. Where can Zola stop the clock? She'll stop the clock at 40.085, second quickest for now. And Winter goes across 41.430. Our Saturday competition, ladies and gentlemen, and of course there's a few more things on offer on our weekends. In our food and beverage department, we've got the outdoor terrace offering gluten-free donuts between 1 o'clock and 8 o'clock. We've also got later on today from 5:30 barbecue satay, chicken and rice and Thai beef salads on offer. And of course we have the bar and other refreshments open tonight between 6 p.m. and 8:30. Also check out all of our exhibitors in the back straight, Pedali and FE Sports in the back straight. We move on to our next heat now, and in the back straight from Queensland, we welcome Matilda Kemps. In the home straight from Victoria, we welcome Aisha Crofts. Both riders away nicely, nice and smooth out of the blocks. This time we've seen a set of the tri-bars now from the Victorian as they head down the back straight. Queensland moving nicely. Kemp's really moving nicely through the bend. The Victorian, Crofts, comes up to finish her first lap. Nothing between the two of them, 5 and 6 at the moment. Kemp's ever so slightly in front, but it's almost a dead heat. Half a lap to go for both riders as they go through. Kemp's just getting a little bit more out of the bike. Crofts moves herself up to fourth as she'll come into the home straight now. Finishing off strongly, goes to the line. Third quickest for now, 40.194. Matilda Kemps goes across, 40.461. Very congested at the top of the leaderboard. 39.510 is the fastest time. And then we look through from second place down to 7th place at the moment. Everybody in the 40 zone, 4-0. Great contest here in our 15s. The next heat onto the line, we welcome in the back straight, representing Queensland. This is Adele Dixon, and the home straight. From New South Wales, we welcome Grace Orcock. This is our third last heat of the competition. Nicely out of the start gate, both riders. Build up pace, get their bikes up to full speed. Both out of the saddle, just go into the bend, sit down now and just pedal as fast as you possibly can. It's a very simple tactic in the time trial. Both riders go through third and second fastest time at the moment. The Queenslander ever so slightly in front after the first lap. They're moving nicely down the back straight and nothing between them. Now New South Wales in front of Queensland. Grace Alcock will come through into the home straight. Where can she stop the clock here? Second quickest inside 40, 39.662 for Grace and 40.684 for Adele. Our next heat, our penultimate heat. Onto the starting gate now. We welcome in the back straight representing Victoria. This is Amelia Jirvkova, and in the home straight from South Australia, this is Mackenzie Stevens. Both riders away. Stevens in the home straight. Jirvkova will come into the home straight now, getting the bike up to speed as she goes. Good first half lap for Amelia. Sits down now. She's going to try and get as most out of that gear ratio as she can. And they'll both come through with one lap to go. A little bit of work to do from both to get themselves up into putting pressure on into the top three. Both moving nicely now. Amelia goes through up into 5th place now. She was 11th to start with, moving nicely as she heads down the back straight. Where can she stop the clock? They're going to be very close, these two. Jirvkova goes through 40.062, puts herself into 3rd place with 1 heat to come. And then we've got Mackenzie Stevens, 40.437 into 7th place. So many riders in that 40 zone. Jirvkova has got to wait 1 round to see if she can get herself a medal. Just the 1 heat to come. O'Hara Radigan sits top of the leaderboard still with a 39.515. She's guaranteed herself of a medal though, because only 2 riders to come. Then we've got Grace Alcock and Amelia Jirvkova. Final heat coming out onto the track now. We welcome in the back straight from Victoria. This is Juliette McDonald. In the home straight from the ACT, we have Annika Astridge. Nice start in the back straight from the Victorian Julia McDonald. She got out very nicely indeed. The ACT rider getting up to pace now as she leaves the bend and heads to the back straight. The Victorian got out nicely, and she's got just a little bit of advantage over the rider from the ACT, but Astridge is really starting to move now. And once she got up to speed, she's flying up to second place already. She started off back in 12th. This is a nice ride here from the ACT rider with half a lap to go. Gets herself now up into top spot. The rider coming into the home straight, Annika Astridge. Is she going to go number one? Yes, she is. 38.806 goes to number one and becomes a national champion in the junior women's 15 time trial. Julia McDonald for 39.921. What a great ride. A little bit of a slower start, but flew over the last lap and a half. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together as she comes into the home straight. The champion from the ACT, Annika Astridge. This is round number one, heat number one of our women's elite keirin. Welcome our riders onto the track. Representing Queensland, rider number 56 is Ella Liang. Rider number 57 is Molly McGill. From South Australia, we have Brianna Hargrave. From Victoria, rider number 75 is Hope Hunty. Also from Victoria, rider number 78, Alessia McCaig. And from Western Australia, we have Maya Dillon. Motorbike is on its way. Molly McGill has drawn the front spot. She'll go up behind the motorbike. Their teammate to follow her in Ella Liang. Alessia McCaig and Brianna Hargrave, Harnety and Maya Dillon. First two go through to round number two. And everyone else will try and come back through the repechage. Alessia McCaig took out the sprint championship, defended her title, now going to try and defend her title in the keirin here today as well. Of course, she won the Perth World Cup of the keirin just a few weeks ago against the best in the world. She's on superb form as they go through this time. McGill, Liang, McCaig, Hargrave. Just going to get themselves into the top two. You see them just giving each other a little bit of room between the wheel in front of them and behind them, just to make sure they don't get boxed in and get caught out from a charge from behind. Hope Harnety getting herself nicely up into position. Leslie McCaig in fourth wheel, not panicking too much, just having a look over the shoulder. Harnety up round the outside of McGill as they come through now with 2 laps to go. Now they're all lined out. McGill up into second. Ella Liang sits in third. Alessia McCaig hasn't moved yet. Hargrave following her. Now McCaig moves with all the power that she has. She comes up straight round the outside. Hargrave saying thank you very much for the lead. Alessia McCaig, too strong, too fast. Brianna Hargrave happy to get through to the next round and just doing the perfect ride here. Going with McCaig all the way around. McCaig will cross in 1. Hargrave in 2, well clear of the rest. Very good riding. That's what you expect to see from Alessia McCaig. She'll go through and she'll take Brianna Hargrave with her. We welcome now our next heat out onto the track. Our first round, heat number 2. We welcome from Queensland. This is Danica Blinko, rider number 55. For rider number 63 is the Queenslander Victoria Smith. From South Australia, we have Chloe Moran. From Victoria, number 77, we have Imogen Gelbart. Also from Victoria, rider number 79 is Ruby McLean. And from Western Australia, we have Christine Perkins. The moto is on its way. Danica Blinko is the rider who goes up behind the motorbike. Drawn front spot. Silver medal in the Sprint Championship against Alessia McCaig last night. Rode brilliantly throughout the day. Rode brilliantly in the final as well. However, she came up against Alessia McCaig. And there's not too much you can do about the pace of Alessia at the moment. And the queen of track sprinting in Australia for the last couple of years, and progressing beautifully onto the world stage as well now. So Blinko follows the motorbike. Christine Perkins, an elite national champion once again this week in the team sprint. Famous story, 18 years between world championship medals. Took another one in the team sprint last year. The first one she took was with Anna Meares some 18 years ago. Come back to the sport. Paul Jackson will take the motorbike off the track. Blinko has a look over the shoulder. Christine Perkins keeping a good eye on Victoria Smith as they head down the back straight. We haven't seen much of Chloe Moran this week, but the South Australian's in this one as she starts to move up around the outside. Perkins taking her on nicely, just riding her a little bit high, trying to make her go twice as far, and she does so. Blinko, though, stays up into second wheel. Perkins has to get back in on the wheel and fight for her spot this time as they come into the home straight with 1 lap to go. Moran leaves. Blinko trying to get through. Gelbart up round the outside. Perkins pushes through the gap nicely. They head down the back straight. Blinko leads the way, and Perkins get herself into second place here, trying to go with Blinko. Blinko is going to go through at a canter, no trouble at all. Perkins will go across and hang on for second. Gelbart and the rest will have to try and come back through the repechage. Our third heat of our women's elite keirin coming out onto the track now. Another 6 riders. This time we will welcome rider number 59 from Queensland, Christina Clonan. 61 from Queensland is Emma Stevens. 62 from Queensland is Sophie Watts. From South Australia we have Mirella Willis-Hell. From Victoria we have Ning Chen. And from WA we have Lilia Tatarinov. Motorbike is on its way. And roll away this time. It's Sophie Watts who has drawn the front position, so the commissaires aren't happy with the start. They're going to call it back to the start line. We welcome our field back onto the start line. Christina Clonan, Emma Stevens, Sophie Watts, Mirella Willis-Hell, Ning Chen and Lilia Tatarinov. Sophie Watts has drawn the front spot. She'll be the one to go up behind the motorbike on its way. Sorted out at this time. The riders drop into their position as they go down the back straight. First two will go through to the next round. Everyone else will try their luck at coming back through the repechage as they go through this time. Ning Chen in second wheel, then Stevens, and we've got Tatarinov, Clonan, and Willis-Hell, the South Australian, on the back of the group. They'll come through this time with 4 laps to go. Motorbike pops out with 3. Stevens just giving herself a little bit of room down the back straight, as is Tatarinov, having a good look over the shoulder to see where Christina Clonan is. We welcome Christina back onto the track with open arms. Fantastic to have her back racing. We'll head down the back straight, and a lot of pace on the front from Sophie Watts. Stevens taking advantage of it, trying to kick out early here. Willis-Hell moving up around the outside of Tatarinov, so they all have to just lay off a little bit as they go through. Emma Stevens leads the way down the back straight. She's going to get challenged by her teammate and Sophie Watts. Ning Chen on her wheel. Christina Clonan looking for a way around, and she's moving beautifully as well. Tataranoff just been caught a little bit flat-footed. Now she starts to move with Clonan as they go around. Not a lot of room given by anybody as they go through the 200. Clonan and Tataranoff now right up in the slipstream and comfortable, just looking for the top two placings as they go through. One will be Clonan, two will be Tataranoff, and the rest will come back to the repechage. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we move on now to event 121 on our program. This is the men's elite keirin first round. As our riders come up onto the track now. We welcome from New South Wales, Noah Mason. From Queensland, Byron Davies. From Victoria, rider number 29 is Isaac Byrne. Rider number 31, also from Victoria, is Nicholas Papadakis. From WA, we have Finn Carpenter. And from South Australia, we have Lee Hoffman. Once again, first two will go through to round two. Everyone else will try their luck with the repechage this afternoon. The moto is on its way. Head down the back straight, and it's Finn Carpenter from Western Australia who has drawn the front spot. He'll lead into the home straight this time. The two Victorians, Isaac Byrne and Nicholas Papadakis. Byron Davies from Queensland, Lee Hoffman, the South Australian, Noah Mason, New South Wales. And the West Aussie up onto the motorbike. Then Papadakis, Isaac Byrne, then Hoffman, Mason. And big Byron Davies, he's had a good week of racing, already won a national title with the para-tandem sprint. Into the home straight. This time the motorbike will leave the track, and Byron Davies is leaving nothing to chance here. Nice piece of riding here from Byron. Gets himself out nice and far as he comes up to 2 laps to go, forcing Finn Carpenter to chase. He has a little bit of a look over the shoulder. He's in two minds about it. It's a good move by Davies, but they're a little bit close to him down the back straight this time. Victoria, South Australia, as they come into the home straight. 1 lap to go. Great pace being showed by Papadakis, and here comes Hoffman. Mason and Carpenter trying to go with him. Mason getting up round the outside. Hoffman's going to go through to the next round comfortably, and great ride by Noah Mason gets him through to qualify to round number 2. We move on now to heat number 2 of our men's keirin. 7 riders in this one. Welcome from New South Wales, Daniel Barber. From South Australia, rider 22 is Tate Ryan. Number 24 with a W next to his name is Max Liebknecht. From Victoria, 3 Victorians in this one. Rider number 30 is Zarin von Sutton. 34 is Ruben Smith. 37 is Sam Gallagher. And 46 from New Zealand is Flynn Underwood. Max Liebknecht is the rider who has drawn the front spot. He'll go up behind the motorbike. Tate Ryan back into 3rd. Daniel Barber back in 2nd to last. Went very well. Does very well in the keirin racing. Rider number 34 is Ruben Smith on the white bike. Motorbike comes out the way this time. Liebknecht leads through. Ruben Smith on his wheel, then Tate Ryan as they head down the back straight. Underwood up onto him. Riders wanting to get themselves up and out. Good ride here from the New Zealander, just trying to get himself well and truly out the way as he goes round. Ruben Smith goes with him. And you've got Barber and Gallagher both trying to go with the back wheel of Tate Ryan as they head down the back straight. Liebknecht out of position now. They'll get 1 lap to go. Barber up round the outside of Ryan. No room to move down though. It's going to be a drag race from the outside. Sam Gallagher looking for a way now. Good riding by Barber. Too strong. Gallagher getting himself up round the outside of Tate Ryan as they go to the line. I think Gallagher got up for 2nd. Barber goes across in 1st. Great sprinting for our first lot of keirins here today from our elite men. Heat number 3 now, coming up onto the track for our elite men keirin. If you're joining us on the AusCycling YouTube channel, I hope you're enjoying all the coverage our camera people and staff are bringing you, volunteers of our Australian cycling scene. Rider number 5 from New South Wales is Xavier Bland. Daniel Swanbury, also from New South Wales, is rider number 11. 14 is Ryan Elliott from Queensland. 16 is Mitch Louis from Queensland. Our South Australian is James Brister. 32, Daniel Power from Victoria. And rider number 40 is Jade Madden from Victoria. James Brister has drawn the front spot, and he will be the man to go up behind the motorbike to start with. Paul Jackson leads through on the moto. James Bristol will follow him. Mitchell Louis, the Queenslander, is the next rider in line. Elliott, the rider on the back of the group. So we just do not have a bad field in any of our keirin heats in both the men's and women's contest. Superb racing that we've seen. Great depth of sprinting in the Australian sprint ranks at the moment. Head down the back straight. Just a little bit of space being left there. Right, the Victorian as they'll come into the home straight, this time with 4 laps to go. Dade Madden just laying off a little bit, making sure he doesn't get stuck up behind the wheel. Elliott with the work to do at the back. The motorbike's going to come out this time with 3 laps to go. The pace goes up ever so slightly. Brister keeping a good eye on things, but up round his outside, Mitch Louis wants to get on with the job at hand. Madden follows him. They head down the back straight. Elliott just rides himself up into a bit of a box here. Madden up into second. Louis. Brister just getting tailed off. Took the bronze medal in the sprint championship yesterday. Now quite comfortable as they head down the back straight, but look at the pace by Madden on the front. Elliott coming now from the back. As he comes up the outside, he finds Brister's back wheel, and that couldn't have worked out more perfectly for him, but he's going to have to fight against Xavier Blaine for position. Almost a touch of elbows between the two Queenslanders. They go down the back straight. Brister into the home straight comfortably though. Riders going everywhere behind them, but Brister and Elliott comfortable in the front of the group. Ladies and gentlemen, we move on now to our men's under 15 time trial final. We welcome our first heat up onto the track. From Queensland in the back straight, we welcome Sebastian Uri, and in the home straight from New Caledonia, we welcome Liam McQuell. Away now, men heat number 1. Liam in the home straight, Sebastian in the back straight. This is our 15 boys. The young Queenslander into the home straight, getting the bike up to full speed. Good pace here from our rider who's joining us from New Caledonia, really moving nicely, 21.12 for his first lap and pedalling nicely down the back straight as well. Got half a lap to go. We'll get behind Sebastian in the home straight with half a lap to go in his first national championships as Liam will come up and stop the clock. 37.946 for Liam. Sebastian will go across the line. 43.01 in the end. Heat number 2 comes out onto the track. We welcome in the back straight from Queensland. This is Patrick Richardson. And in the home straight from Western Australia, this is Matthew Stratton. Both riders are nicely out of the starting gate, timed it perfectly. Good to see riders in the very young divisions have had plenty of practice with the start gate. We'll go through Stratton a little bit quicker over the first half lap. They both sit down now, just trying to pedal everything they possibly can out of this bike. Stratton moving nicely, and we'll go through the bend into the back straight. The Queenslander Patrick Richardson into the home straight here. He's moving nice. Stratton comes into the home straight, moving nicely. The quicker of the two in this heat. He'll finish with 40.903. Patrick Richardson goes 41.636. Second and third for now. We move on to our next heat now. We welcome in the back straight from New Caledonia, Eden Pomard, and in the home straight from Western Australia, we welcome Casey Bunton. Casey Bunton away in the home straight now. Moving nicely. Leading Panhard moving quickly down the back straight. Casey Bunton comes into the home straight. Second and third quickest times just at the moment. They'll come down and finish off this time. Eden Panhard goes through 38.452. Casey Bunton 40.04. We move on to our next heat. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome in the back straight, representing Queensland, this is Felix Henderson. And the home straight representing South Australia, this is Nate Roberts-Thompson. Away now in our next heat. Queensland in the back straight. South Australia in the home straight. Our top time at the moment is Liam McQuell on 37.946 in our 15 boys time trial. Nate Roberts-Thompson, nice start here as he comes into the home straight. He'll receive 1 lap to go. Moving nicely. Just on top of the gear, pedalling as fast as they possibly can. 13 heats in all here, 26 riders in our 15s category. The South Australian coming round now to finish off Queensland in the back straight. South Australian will go across 39.666 to 40.590. Ladies and gentlemen, we move on to our next heat in the back straight. We welcome from South Australia, this is Jack Pentland. In the home straight, we welcome Nino Durand. That's two. Pentland away in the back straight very nicely indeed. Came out timed perfectly. Nino really getting the bike up to speed down the back straight. So quick, this New Caledonia rider, as he comes into the home straight this time. The junior men's 15 division. The New Caledonian rider is flying. Pentland comes into the home straight this time. Nino in the back straight, really motoring. Let's have a look at what this time is going to be. Here's the fastest time so far. He'll come up this time to stop the clock. 36.995. Pentland goes through 38.391. 36.995, our top time so far today. We now welcome in the back straight representing South Australia. This is Joel Gooley, and in the home straight representing New South Wales, we have Adrian Zhang. Away now, great support in the crowd today for our junior men in the 15s. Adrian Zhang getting the bike up to speed as he heads down the back straight. Our South Australian Joel Gooley moving nicely, but Zhang so fast out of the first half lap there in this heat. They've come through with half a lap to go. Zhang moving nicely. Heads down the back straight, very rapid. Gooley leads the way, the South Australian. Fifth fastest at the moment. What can he do in the last little part of the journey to get himself top of the leaderboard? Fourth fastest, 38.407. Adrian finishes off 40.386. Move on to our next heat now. Welcome the back straight representing Victoria. This is Michael Moulds, and in the home straight from the ACT, this is Hudson Taylor. Hudson Taylor in the home straight from the ACT, getting his bike up to speed as he heads away from us, and we welcome into the home straight the man from Victoria, Michael Moles, moving nicely. Taylor just a little bit quicker in the first half lap. Both riders up onto speed. The rider from the ACT will receive the bell first as he heads away from us again. Fifth quickest in the first lap. Taylor moves down the back straight and moving nicely. He's got the lead in this heat for now. He'll come into the home straight, see where he can finish off his time as he comes up to the line now. The rider from the ACT, 39.01 for Taylor, 40.289 for Michael Moles of Victoria. We welcome in to the back straight from Victoria. This is Henry Grigg. And in the home straight from the ACT, we welcome Zachary Thomas. Nice out of the start there for Thomas. Came out perfectly well. We'll have a look to the Victorian Henry Grigg as he comes in to the home straight this time. Both riders neck and neck as they go through. Thomas a little bit quicker, moving nicely. The rider from the ACT into the home straight this time. Just got the edge over the top of the Victorian. 5th and 7th as they go round. Just going to try and get everything they possibly can out of the gear ratio. The Victorian coming back nicely here. Henry Grigg really moving well over the second part of the journey. They'll both go to the start-finish line almost locked together. Grigg goes through 38.571. Thomas goes through 38.618. It's an international affair at the top of the leaderboard though. Nino Durand, 36.995. Liam McQuell, 37.946. Move on to our next heat now. We welcome in the back straight representing Victoria. This is Thomas Perry. And in the home straight representing Tasmania, this is Noah Blaisley. Away nicely in the home straight from the Tasmanian Blaisley. We have a look to see Perry from Victoria getting himself up to full speed as he comes into the home straight. Blaisley, the quicker of the two over this first half lap, second quickest at the moment. We'll see where Noah is as he comes through with 1 lap to go. 21.15, third quickest. Moving nicely though, the Tasmanian, as he heads down the back straight. Perry, the Victorian, still moving sharply. Blaisley will come into the home straight this time. He'll finish off. Where can he get to on the leaderboard? Third quickest, 37.985. Perry goes across, 38.776. Move on to the next heat now. In the back straight, we welcome from New South Wales, Lucas Strybeck. And in the home straight from the ACT, we welcome Sean Bates. Bates away in the home straight. Strybeck in the back straight from New South Wales, getting his bike up to pace. The ACT rider looks very fluid as he heads down the back straight, and he'll sit down, leading this one nicely. Sean Bates, second quickest first half lap. Let's have a look. How's he going in the home straight this time? Third for now. We saw big finishes from Nino Durand in his ride. Got quicker and quicker. Bates down the back straight. Up into second again here. How can he finish off into the home straight? Sean Bates from the ACT comes up to stop the clock. Second quickest, 37.744. Lucas Strybeck, 38.829. Welcome our next two riders up onto the track. In the back straight from New South Wales, we welcome Jaden Matty. In the home straight, representing Western Australia, we welcome Flynn Charman. Oh. New South Wales rider comes into the home straight. Jaden Matty moving nicely. Really fast down the back straight, Matty. 21.888 as he goes through. He'll come through with half a lap to go. The New South Wales rider really fighting the bike as he heads down the back straight. He'll go across the line. Ninth quickest for now, 38.615. So for everyone joining us on the AusCycling YouTube channel, you can see there was a little bit of a mishap with the gate. They're just doing a gate check now, just to see if there was a gate malfunction for the ride of Flynn Charman. Just checking that right now. Hopefully there was a gate malfunction and Flynn will get another opportunity.
It's a menu. Remember last year? Front straight here, single rider, just ripping out the gates before hit zero. And you just, there's so much. They went off. We put next month, just hanging down. Oh, he ripped them out. Ripped them out, right?
So, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to our next heat. There's a technical fault with the back straight gate seems to have been sorted. And the back straight we'll find from New South Wales, Peter Samuel. And in the home straight from Victoria. No problems this time, away beautifully. Zhang in the front straight. Samuel in the back straight. The New South Wales rider will join us here in the home straight this time. Both riders moving nicely. 36.995 is the time to beat at the moment. As Nino Durand, the New Caledonia rider, is the fastest so far. But Peter Samuel is now moving beautifully as he comes into the home straight. Samuel flying. Can he go number one on the leaderboard with just one more heat to go? He heads to the back straight. Peter Samuel going to stop the clock. 36.012 for Peter Samuel. 37.987 for Declan Zhang. Welcome our final heat out onto the track. In the back straight, we welcome from Queensland, Ethan Lee. In the home straight from Victoria, we welcome Adamo Cuadrago. .012 is the time to beat. Adamo moving beautifully as he heads down the back straight. Ethan Lee going with him here. Adamo has gone the quickest so far as he comes into the home straight, though. The Victorian is absolutely flying. Quickest time, really moving. Down the back straight with half a lap to go. Is he riding himself into the national title? It looks like he is as he comes into the home straight this time. Quickest time, national title, 35.934. Lee moves into 36.380. Jada Matty is moving down the back straight, New South Wales. So ladies and gentlemen, as you'll see, we've got a couple of riders who were affected by the starting gate who are getting an opportunity. So I'll just wait on the names of the two riders to come up onto the scoreboard. Welcome in the home straight, representing Western Australia is Flynn Charman. We welcome in the back straight from New South Wales, Lucas Strybeck. Flynn Charman away this time, no problem at all. Lucas Strybeck got held up with the gate earlier, so opportunity for these two. Can they get themselves up into the top spots? Strybeck's start was perfect. Flynn Charman, a little bit of work to do as he comes into the home straight now. Both moving nicely now. Charman really moving forward. Strybeck coming to the home straight. Going nicely. Scoreboard showing Flynn Charman starting to make a move as he comes into the home straight to finish off. Where's he going to stop the clock? Not going to stop him at all. We'll get a time for you shortly, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is round 2 of our junior men's 19. Keirin, Will Emilus, Chris Mullins, George Tucker from Queensland, Rory Fisk from Queensland, Riley Boyd from Victoria, Ben Woods from Victoria. We'll come round now with 4 laps to go. The first 3 go into the gold medal ride. The next 3 will go into the 7 to 12. They'll come through this time and the bike will get out the way and they'll move forward. On to the front of the group, it is Chris Mullins from Queensland. They all bunch up down the back straight, everyone wanting to make sure they get in this first 3 but not wanting to miss out on position as they come into the home straight. This time it's big George Tucker, makes his way forward and makes his way forward beautifully. Trying to follow him is Will Emilus, and then we head down the back straight. Looks like the tall figure of Riley Boyd up round the outside. Tucker from the front as they come into the home straight, and they'll receive 1 lap to go this time. Tucker, Emilus, Boyd, and then up round the outside of him, Ben Woods, the 2 Victorians trying to get through. Boyd missing out, Tucker trying to hang on. It's 6 across the track as they go through the bend. Emilus moving nicely up the home straight. They'll hang on to the line. 1, 2, 3, it will go Emilus, Tucker, and then Ben Woods as they went across the line, who will find themselves up into the final. We move on now to heat number 2, round number 2. The top 3 will go into the 1 to 6 final. And then 4th to 6th will go into the 7 to 12. We welcome our field. The Queenslander is Sebastian Topping. Lockie Trenton, Victoria, Mitch Stevens, 109 from South Australia, Ewan Grierson, 110 from South Australia, Cooper Dunlop, 122 from WA, and Patrick Shupkowski, 125 from WA. Cooper Dunlop's drawn the front spot. The motorbike is on its way. Head down the back straight. Cooper Dunlop straight up onto the back of the motorbike. Patrick Shupkowski taking his time. Not something the commissaires enjoy. And now he moves himself up into position. He'll come through this time with 5 laps to go. The 2 WA riders. Then Seb Topping. And we go back to Ewan Grierson, Mitch Stevens, and the Victorian rider Lockie Trenton on the back. Top 3 will get to race for the medals. Everyone just starting to lay off a little bit. Shupkowski laying off Dunlop as they start to come into the home straight this time. The whistle sounds. The whistle has sounded. So the commissaires are going to pull that one back. Quite simply, for those of you who haven't seen it before, there is only so much distance you are allowed to lay off the back wheel in front of you. So the commissaires are going to pull that back to the home straight and discuss this with the rest of the field. And so it's Patrick Shupkowski who's going to get spoken to by the commissaires. So we're going to come back to the start line now with heat number 2. Decision of the commissaire that right at 1:25, Patrick Shupkowski is disqualified from race number 1. Motorbike on its way. Cooper Dunlop, he'll move up behind the motorbike. Seb Topping will follow him. Let me go back through the field. Rider 110 is Ewan Grierson. He's got his teammate Mitch Stevens on his wheel. Then we have Lockie Trenton, 3 going through to the 1 to 6. The rest will go to the 7 to 12. I'll come through this time with 4 laps to go. Cooper Dunlop keeping a good eye over his shoulder here. He'll be looking to try and get himself up into the final. Seb Topping rode brilliantly in the sprint competition, as did Mitch Stevens. Well, coming to the home straight this time, the motorbike will come out of the way. Cooper Dunlop gains a bit of height. Seeing if anyone wants to go in, they all start to back off a little bit. They all start to just box up down the back straight. Stevens gets himself forward into 3rd, right in good position. Dunlop holds them high. Everyone outside the sprinters lane at the moment. They'll go through with 2 laps to go. Dunlop shows the way with Topping on his wheel, then Stevens. The Victorian and South Australian on the back coming together a little bit. Good piece of riding here from Stevens. He was the first in there, not enough room given. Dunlop sees him and gets out the way. Smart riding. Stevens and Dunlop shoulder to shoulder as they go through the bend and through the 200. Dunlop with pace up round the outside, using all the good legs here this afternoon. Look at the ride from Cooper Dunlop, getting himself into the final here comfortably. Stevens and then Seb Topping. There'll be the 1, 2, 3 for the gold medal ride later this evening. Now the 2 will ride in the 7 to 12, which will now become the 7 to 11. This is heat one of our elite women's keirin repechage. We welcome from Queensland, Ella Liang. Our number 62, Sophie Watts. 63 is Victoria Smith. Then we have 72, Mirella Willis-Hull from South Australia. Hope Harnety, number 75 from Victoria, and Imogen Gelbart from Victoria, rider number 77. The motorbike is on its way from the back straight. Hope Harnety is the rider up on the back of the motorbike as they come through. Up onto her wheel. Rider number 56 is Ella Liang. She's been on the podium a couple of times this week already in the team sprint and the individual time trial over 1,000 metres. Just a result of the 15 boys time trial. Adama Wadrago was the winner from Victoria. Peter Samuel in the silver medal position in New South Wales, and Ethan Lee from Queensland was our bronze medalist. The motorbike will come out this time. Hope Harnety leading the way as they head down the back straight. She's got Liang on her wheel. They'll be keeping a good eye over the shoulder because the rider who finished fourth in the sprint championship, Imogen Gelbart, on the back of this group as they come up to get 2 laps to go this time. Good pace being set here by Hope Harnety. No bunching up at the moment as they head to the back straight. They all get out the saddle. Liang making good position, trying to get up round the outside, but the pace of Harnety was very strong. Full gas from here to get in the top 2 spots. Liang leads the way. Up round the outside, you can see Sophie Watts trying to move forward. Gelbart going with her. Watts is going to take her around up into the positions. They'll come into the home straight this time. Watts has a look under the shoulder. She's fine. So is Gelbart. They'll be happy with that. Sophie Watts and Imogen Gelbart. We move on to the second repechage of our women's elite keirin. We welcome Molly McGill from Queensland, Emma Stevens from Queensland, number 61, Chloe Moran from South Australia, 74 is Ning Chen from Victoria, Ruby McLean, 79, and Maya Dillon from WA. Ning Chen is the rider who will go up behind the motorbike. Chloe Moran up onto her wheel, then Maya Dillon. come round this time. We get 4 laps to go. Ning Chen, happy just to follow the motorbike. No looking over the shoulder. She knows nothing to look at this stage. It's when she comes into the home straight. Next time she'll have to start thinking about it. Chloe Moran starting to lay off the motorbike a little bit here. They'll come through this time with 3 laps to go. Chen leads the way. Still no look over the shoulder from her. Chloe Moran, then Maya Dillon as they head down the back straight. The moves start straight away. 2 laps to go this time when they come into the home straight. Chloe Moran trying to force her way up, wasn't able to do so. Now Ning Chen. Emma Stevens leads. Chloe Moran gets herself out nicely as they head down the back straight. Ruby McLean up into third. Maya Dillon with a bit of work to do from here as Molly McGill. Also, 1 lap to go. Stevens, Moran. Now McGill trying to get herself up into position and get round the outside. Got to get herself up into the top 2. Moran getting up round the outside of Stevens. McGill trying to get round her teammate as they come into the home straight. Moran's going to be comfortable. I think Stevens possibly just hung on by the width of a tyre for second. Good sprint to the line. But Chloe Moran, she was untroubled for that one. We move on now to Heat 1 of our men's elite, Keirin. Welcome our riders up onto the track. From New South Wales we have Xavier Bland. From South Australia we have Max Liebschnicht. Number 30 is Zarin Fong Sutton from Victoria. Number 32 is Daniel Power from Victoria. And then Finn Carpenter from Western Australia. Max Liebschnicht is the rider who draws the front spot. He'll go up behind the motorbike. Four to go as they come through this time. Motorbike picks up a little bit of pace as they head down the back straight. Daniel Power up into second wheel. Then we have Fong Sutton following him. Then Finn Carpenter. Motorbike will get out the way. Liebschnicht, the South Australian, leads through. I'll head to the back straight this time. Xavier Bland with good pace up round the outside, gets himself into good position. Liebschnicht will be happy with that. Up round the outside, they're moving forward straight away, not taking any risk here to get caught out. Power up round the outside of Xavier Bland. Bland just holding him off. Good riding here. Max Liebschnicht comfortable up into second position. Carpenter, good pace around the outside. Great riding here from the West Australian. Bland going to take him on down the back straight, but Carpenter getting himself around, taking care of business. Bland and then Leibschnick also. Good racing here. Smart move by Finn Carpenter. That takes care of heat 1 of the elite keirin repechage. We move on to our men's elite keirin repechage. Heat number 2, we welcome our riders onto the track. The Queensland rider is Mitchell Louis, the South Australian is Tate Ryan. Number 31 from Victoria is Nick Papadakis. 34 from Victoria is Reuben Smith, and number 40 from Victoria is Jade Madden. Paul Jackson on the motorbike on his way. Tate Ryan finds himself in the number 1 spot. He's at the blue train of Victoria following him, and then Mitchell Louis. Four laps to go as they come through. Jade Madden just giving himself a good bite length behind Tate Ryan. Don't want to get boxed in. 5 riders. Reuben Smith just laying off ever so slightly with Mitchell Louis on his wheel. We'll come to the home straight this time with 3 laps left to go. Tate Ryan has a look over the shoulder. We've got Jade Madden following him, then Papadakis, Reuben Smith and Mitch Louis as they head down the back straight. Bunching up a little bit. Tate Ryan quite happy to back into him. He's got such sensational acceleration when he decides to go. Tate Ryan from the front. And they're all trying to buy tickets for the Tate Ryan train as they head down the back straight. This time Ryan has a big look over the shoulder and he sees Mitch Louis coming and he allows him to get up round the outside. He's going to follow this wheel. Mitch Louis moving nicely. Ryan perfectly poised down the back straight. Then it's a fight between the Victorians for the other spot. Reuben Smith, Jade Madden gives it away between Papadakis. He gives it away as well. Reuben Smith is going to get himself up into 3rd place. Ryan crosses in 1st in front of Mitch Louis and takes care of our men's repechage. Heat 3. Men's elite. Heat 3 of the men's elite keirin repechage. About to come out onto the track. Just the 4 riders in this one. In New South Wales, it will be Daniel Swanbury from Queensland, Byron Davies, Isaac Byrne from Victoria, and Flynn Underwood from New Zealand. Motorbike on its way. So New Zealand rider, Flynn Underwood, who will go up behind the motorbike. He's got Davies following him, then Isaac Byrne, and Daniel Swanbury. This is our last racing event of our afternoon session here, ladies and gentlemen. But as you can see from all of our junior riders on the track centre, we are going to have a presentation straight after this race is concluded for our junior women and junior men 15s podium presentations. To go as they go through. Underwood having a good look over the shoulder at everybody. Just laying off the motorbike a little bit, giving himself room to move. Got the big frame of Byron Davies following him. Then Isaac Byrne and Dan Swanbury as they come to the home straight this time. Riders looking for the spots in round number 2 as they head down the back straight. Underwood unchallenged at the moment. Byrne up onto Davies' wheel as they go to the back straight this time. Davies not too bothered at the moment, keeping one eye forward, one eye behind him. They'll come up to get 1 lap to go. Everyone waiting for somebody else to do the job. Underwood underway. Davies not moving just yet. Still, the coming together of Byrne and Davies as they go down the back straight this time. Davies jammed right up on the wheel of Underwood. They'll come to the home straight this time. Underwood's going to cross comfortably. So is Davies in the end, but there's a big coming together between him and Isaac Byrne.
Look at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we turn your attention to the junior women's under 15 time trial. In third place and winner of the bronze medal representing New South Wales, Grace Alcock. In second place and winner of the silver medal representing South Australia, O'Hara Rattigan. In first place, winner of the gold medal and national champion representing the ACT, Anika Astridge. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the men's under 15 time trial podium presentation. In third place and winner of the bronze medal representing Queensland, Ethan Lee. In second place, winner of the silver medal representing New South Wales, Peter Samuel. In first place, winner of the gold medal and national champion representing Victoria, Adama Wadrago. For everyone joining us on the AusCycling broadcast today on YouTube, thank you for your company. That ends this morning's session. You'll be able to join all the action this evening on SBS and SBS On Demand. We're going to have a great night of racing. Please join us, and we will see you tomorrow.